Hi everyone, Denise Lones here. I'm the president and founder of the Lones Group, and I want to talk to you about what I call cornerstones of your real estate business. I have been in the industry a very long time, and I have had the honor and privilege of working with all kinds of different agents. What's really interesting to me is that there is a common denominator of what's successful in real estate. What is it? What does it take to win in this business? With all the different personalities, think about all the real estate agents out there. Some are agents that have been in the business a day and they're so successful. Some have been in the business 20 years and they're still at it. What is it that they have and what is it that they know that's making them successful? So there are 4 things that I find really come up time and time again, and I call them the cornerstones of a successful real estate business. And here's what they are: lead generation, follow-up, potential income tracking of some sort, and, of course, quality of life. So I want to talk about that a little bit. You know, agents often get into a groove in their business where they're so busy doing the business of the real estate business that they forget about preparing for tomorrow because they're so busy working today. In fact, most real estate agents are always working in the now and in the moment. The problem is that now and that moment passes so quickly. And then, where's your next business? So if you're not doing lead generation, if you don't have a lead generation system, it really is going to be problematic for you. And I do a lot. I've got videos on this site. I talk a lot about this. I've got articles about it. It's really important that agents match their personality to their lead generation. And what's really interesting is agents that are successful with lead generation, what they have in common is they actually do it consistently. And the only way they can do it consistently is because they found their fit. Lead generation must fit you, your lifestyle, your personality, the way that you are. The second area that's so critically important is, do you have a system to track all these potential clients that come your way? For most agents, they do not. What I find is agents that are successful, it's that second cornerstone, that cornerstone of tracking those clients where they just know where they are, they've got lists somewhere, they're doing follow-up with them on a regular basis, and it may not be fancy. When I started selling real estate, I had a clipboard, and that clipboard lived in my car. And the reason it lived in my car is because I frankly was on the phone a lot in my car. That was before the day of the rules and regulations around being on your cell phone. So I will admit that, yes, many years ago, I was on the phone. I'd get a lot of calls, and what I would do is simply pull over, take my call, and then I would write down some notes. And what I found, and it was really shocking, is after a couple days, I had a lot of names. After a week, I had quite a list. After a month, I had pages. And what I would do is days where I had maybe an hour, 20 minutes, sometimes even when I was waiting at a house to show a house and I knew someone had just called and said, hey, we're going to be 15 minutes late, I could then pick up my phone and start taking my list and working with those potential clients. What was really interesting to me was how many of them actually went on to close. And I used to have my colored highlighters and I'd highlight them green for dollars like, yay, I did a great job and I have now closed a house with them. And if someone, didn't return my calls or they just said to me, oh no, we've decided not to sell or not to buy, I'd highlight them, in red. And, what was really interesting to me is it became a game. It became a game where I had this little colored sheet of paper and I could see that, wow, most of the time, I'm doing a pretty good job of getting these to convert. For me, it was my conversion tool. And what I say to agents, and a cornerstone of your business is being able to convert. You can't convert anything if you have nothing to convert. So that's the key of the potential income tracker. So critically important, and it is so neglected. The third cornerstone area is follow-up. Most agents don't do it. The agents that do it don't necessarily do it well. They might be sending out things that are all about them or ego-based marketing. That's not what today's consumer wants. Today's consumer can go online and get so much information. They need to know that you're the expert in your industry. So your follow-up's got to be consistent, it's got to be timely, and it has to be relevant to the needs of that potential client. And finally, and I will say this is critically important, is your quality of life. Most agents don't have it. Most agents allow real estate to take over their lives. And here's the reality. Do you know why most agents allow real estate to take over their life? Because they're desperate for the next transaction, because they're not used to consistent income. And what happens is they worry about, where's my next check going to come from? When is my next property going to pen? Where's my next buyer? So it's out of fear. They're constantly working out of fear. So somebody calls them up on a Friday night and says, I need to see a house tomorrow. And tomorrow is Saturday, and you're supposed to be at your child's baseball game. And you say, okay, I'll agree to meet you, because you know that might be your next paycheck, and that's important for your child as well. So you see what happens is you get forced into doing something that you don't want to do, and it's like, what's the lesser of two evils, so to speak? I don't want you to live your real estate life like that. You don't have to. You don't have to live in that kind of real estate pain. You can have a business where you decide when you're going to work, how much you're going to work. However, in order to have the luxury of that, you have to make sure that you have a plan. You have to make sure that you're doing your lead generation, because remember, quality of life is something that you can take and enjoy taking. If you got a lead generation system where you know another transaction will come along, another buyer will call me, another seller will call me. So those 4 areas are so critical. Lead generation, tracking, using our potential income tracker. Please use it. Please, if you're not using that system, please check it out. It's incredible. Your follow-up and your quality of life essential. Those are the 4 common denominators of successful agents. Really ask yourself, where am I at in my business? Where do I need to improve? Because I believe you want quality of life, and I also believe you want more money. And you know what? I actually believe you deserve both. So thanks for joining me. Please check out the site. Please, please be a part of an organized business. Be a part of a business that actually, in real estate, there is a way to predict your future income. I don't believe agents need to struggle. I think we make it too difficult. So thanks so much for joining me, and I really look forward to seeing you again on the site.